Hello and welcome to DCP SideQuest episode number 161, the post-Thanksgiving, almost holiday madness episode.
Almost Game Awards as well.
Yeah.
That's happening soon.
There's a whole bunch of Game Awards
What
stuff.
is that?
Yeah.
I love these pictures you picked for them this
Yeah,
time.
it's very 90s, right? It's 90s
yes,
sitcom.
I love them, good friends era.
Yeah, you guys said to Photoshop Briar or turkey onto Briar's head, and then Kramer popped up, and I was like, well, "That's perfect." And then the Friends one was recommended next. I was like, "All right, well, you know, this is topical."
It is. It's topical. Makes sense. It's good to me.
Amazing. Perfect for today because it is post-Thanksgiving week.
It's Cyber
Not
Monday.
for me. I missed Thanksgiving. I didn't get to have Thanksgiving.
You don't get to have turkey.
No,
you
this
are
is-
the turkey.
Briar,
This
why
is
do
a
you
personal insult.
sound like you drank 3 liters of wild turkey over the weekend?
I did that, and also I have the flu.
Oh no.
I spent all day in bed. We had to cancel everybody to come to the house. Nobody could come because
Oh man,
Right,
you
my wife
you were
had-
hosting it.
That
oh my
is
gosh.
so
Yeah.
inconvenient for the people who had plans to come over to your place.
seriously,
What-
like,
What are they going to do last minute?
Sorry.
Yeah. I felt really fucking terrible. My wife did all this like cleaning and cooking and everything, and like I kind of
have a
knew the day
basement?
before.
Put Briar in the basement.
Yeah.
I stayed up in
Well,
the bedroom all day. I mean,
You got a bomb
Oh.
shelter
my wife
that
and
you can
kids
hold up in?
had Thanksgiving,
hmm.
but I was
Aw.
No friends.
I was upstairs moaning.
No family and friends. What, yeah, what did you eat? Like NyQuil? Is that what you had for
Nothing.
Thanksgiving?
I didn't eat anything.
Oh, sorry, Briar.
Aw.
That
Like the
sucks, man.
smell of turkey was like making me want to vomit.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Thanksgiving smell made your stomach turn? That's even
Yeah.
worse. Did that cause like a permanent memory?
I hope not. God, I hope not.
A new core memory pops up.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I puked from a corn dog. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then from
I feel
that
like
point
is
on-
the reaction every corn dog should get.
Well, I used to really enjoy corn dogs,
I
and
think
then I
that's true.
puked from a corn dog, and then ever since then, if I smell a corn dog, it makes me want to vomit. Terrible.
I think that's
have
the
orange
natural
juice.
reaction to all corn dogs.
I can't have
Can of orange juice?
juice from any
Ooh, it's
establishment.
pretty acidic. Yeah,
Really?
the orange juice.
I can't have gin.
No gin.
Oh,
Yeah, no gin.
too many.
I mixed it
just
with
late night.
Kool-Aid powder one night in college.
Oh, God.
Oh,
We didn't have
Gonna
anything to
make me
mix
vomit.
it with. And
yeah.
no more gin for me, thank you.
Those are dark days. I did beer and chocolate milk. Like what? What?
Beer and chocolate milk.
What is
I was
going
like-
on?
I was like, ew, beer. So I put in chocolate milk. Like, what am I doing?
You know, I actually so we pre-ordered like the pre-made food from Whole Foods for Thanksgiving
Yeah.
because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
delicious and it's
Yep.
easy. So
Yeah.
and when we were there, I saw these pre-made cocktails, and I decided to try one. And one
Mhm.
was, it was jalapeno and pineapple with like vodka mixed together. It smelled like an old person's house, which
yeah.
was very
That-
interesting.
You never
And
even
like,
then-
seen
I'll
that.
take one.
yeah. I couldn't smell it until I got it home, and then I smelled my fingers. I was like, oh my god, it really smells like it smells like an old lady who uses a lot of perfume.
Oh.
So
What
like
did it
me
taste
in like
like?
10 years.
It'll be both of us in 10 years.
Yeah. What was the
Definitely.
flavor profile upon first sip?
It's really hard to tell because I was like, I taste old people, spicy old people.
You
Yeah.
do
Holiday
because
spice
a
old
lot,
person.
So,
That is holiday flavor.
Potpourri alcohol.
nothing says the holidays like eating an old person.
Just vodka fruit cake.
It's weird because
Oh.
it's like, yeah, old people, and then you're like, oh, it's a little sweet, oh, it's a little spicy. Okay, I don't hate it.
Did you feel
But
did you feel
weird.
live after? Maybe that shakes it up a little bit.
I did feel tipsy quite quickly.
Mm.
Yeah.
High alcohol
Yeah.
content. Where are you
I
going to
know,
order
I
it again?
agree though with Watts. I agree with you. Is that buying that like pre-made meal for Thanksgiving is like a cheat code. It's
Oh,
so good.
It's so good.
And it's so much easier than doing
Yeah.
like the whole big thing.
You just have to
What
put it in the
if-
oven.
What if you just didn't have Thanksgiving dinner and you were in pajamas all day?
Like Briar? Oh, you were.
Yeah. We literally didn't do anything.
You
we
skipped Thanksgiving?
We had a little ham, but we basically just had potato and stuffing.
Wow.
That's it. That was dinner.
Is this common?
my
Is this common
pajamas.
for you guys? Or is this like this year you just decided, you know what?
My kids were out of town. So we were just like, no Friendsgiving this year, nothing
I
crazy.
100% get it. The kids were out of town. I 100% get it.
We're just like Andor and potatoes
Oh, yeah.
and stuffing.
Andor,
Okay.
Okay.
but
Yeah.
that was
I could see.
very low key. Very low key.
Well, I think Thanksgiving should also be, there's like a lot of stress that gets around Thanksgiving, but it's the best when you're like, yeah, I just want to have a couple things that you make and then enjoy a delicious meal that you may or may not have all the time. I mean, some people like to do Thanksgiving
Just
dinner
stuffing.
style. Yeah, like
Honestly.
stuffing's delicious.
Yeah.
If there's no stuffing, I'm pissed.
Don't call. Don't
We
invite
had
me.
2 types of stuffing. It was great.
Two
Yeah.
types of stuffing.
Amazing.
We had jalapeno cornbread stuffing.
More
and then we had
jalapeno?
like a more traditional stuffing.
This is a very spicy Thanksgiving.
It was.
Yeah, you got like the
That-
jalapenos
the
in your
cornbread
drinks, the
wasn't that
jalapeno in your
spicy,
stuffing.
I know. That's true. It's true.
Yeah, jalapeno turkey, jalapeno tofu.
I had
to
a
go to
mushroom
Hawaii.
roast.
She's feeling worldly right now. She wants a little bit.
The vegan Thanksgiving from Whole Foods is really good. They got mac and cheese. They got the roast.
We actually ordered a roast from there as well, the cremini mushroom thing.
Yes, that's what we had.
I don't think ours was as good. I was disappointed with it. We've made better roasts by themselves, but it takes more time to do the whole shebang with it. So I was actually a little disappointed. I was like, oh man,
It's not as good as like the the field
Turkey.
roast.
Oh yeah, yeah. We
That
haven't
one
tried
is
that yet.
really good.
Yeah, but we made our own stuffing. The stuffing was delicious, and obviously, mashed potatoes, stuffing, gravy.
Yep, mashed potato,
Mashed potato stuffing, gravy, like a little bit of
Life's good.
canned cranberry. Okay.
Yes.
We do green bean casserole. I love that. Do you prefer canned cranberry over homemade cranberry?
Man, I like them
will
all.
eat both, but I have to have if I don't have the homemade, that's fine. But if you're missing the canned one, I'm like,
Yeah.
What the fuck are you even doing here?
what are you doing?
I love all cranberry type of sauces that happen because I think they all have different flavor profiles, and I'm into all of it. In fact, there was one of them that had our family brought over. It's sliced cranberries with an orange glaze.
That's
Dude,
very similar to the Whole
delicious.
Foods one.
Yeah?
Because theirs is orange cranberry sauce. So
Oh
it's,
yeah, that I wasn't aware of that. That was the
Citrusy.
first time really getting into that wave of cranberry experience, and I was like, this might be my favorite.
pretty good, right?
It was really good because the orange is the acidic thing going on with the cranberry. It's like, whoa, this is
Yeah.
yummy.
It is nice.
Yeah.
My mother was in charge of bringing over the green bean casserole this year, and she made deviled eggs, and she brought over pumpkin pie, which she didn't bring over any of that stuff, obviously, because we canceled Thanksgiving on her. And she's like, I'm so sad to have to throw away all this food. I'm like, why are you throwing it away? Like, what?
Put it on our
What do you-
doorstep, Mom.
Or eat it. Challenge.
Eat it. Like, why are you throwing it away?
Oh
Couldn't
man,
believe it.
deviled eggs I go either way because it's like if you have a lot of people over and you're feeding them deviled eggs, I would do that to someone else's house.
Bad news. Yeah.
In my house.
There
No
you go.
eggs allowed in my house.
Conditions,
Thank you.
We're about to fucking fog out this house.
How long is it till dinner? If we give them these eggs an hour before dinner, okay, and then they can be on their way.
We got a maximum 1 egg per person policy. No more than that, or you
Just
gotta leave.
devastating.
That is the most noxious fart fuel in the world.
Anytime I hear someone bring deviled eggs, I'm like, it's not their house, huh? Yeah, of course they're bringing. They're like, oh, I got deviled eggs. Literally the easiest thing you make, but it's also rude.
Oh man. So you did mention Andor, and there's
Yes.
we
Haven't finished
saved.
it.
Oh, you haven't finished it yet.
I
Okay,
haven't
well,
finished it yet. We're like 2 episodes, the last 2.
Okay.
we
The
should have
10th
a
episode was real
spoiler-free.
good.
We should have a spoiler-free discussion of the series
Okay.
because Briar, you
It's
finished it, right?
incredible.
Oh
This
my God.
is what
So
Star
good.
Wars should be.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. This is
This
the
is-
best thing Star Wars. I thought The Mandalorian was pretty good. It had some real
This
highlights.
blew
but
that
definitely
out of
some
the water.
low.
Out of the water.
Out of the water.
Out
Just
of the water.
annihilated Mandalorian. Now I'm like,
Just
I can't believe I thought that
crushed it.
was good.
You know what it is
That's
that
what I thought.
Andor is just a good show.
It's a good
that
show.
is in the
Correct.
Star Wars universe that makes use of Star Wars to be a
Yes.
good show.
Also, it's got
but it's like-
amazing
it's
actors.
Way making use of Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Amazing
It's like
actors.
it's intricately woven into like the lore of Star
Oh
Wars.
yeah, it
and,
does
like,
a great job.
the creation of Death Star and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like way in there.
But also, they didn't lean on the tropes. You know, like
Exactly,
there was
that's
no,
what I'm
there's no
saying,
Sith,
yeah.
there was no Jedi. It was like, what
It's
is the
not a-
politics and the oppression of the Empire and the reason for the rebellion to actually have to happen? Like, what was the spark, the you know, like the fireworks that had to happen for all that to rise? And like, it's so good. Again, I have to say, the acting is just like top notch, and you have these amazing actors like Skarsgård, who, you know, like they're just they have
Incredible.
no right making this fantasy world so damn good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Makes me want to actually go rewatch Rogue One, which I
We
did
did.
not enjoy. And so
You didn't like that?
maybe,
You didn't like Rogue
No.
One? Oh,
I
I
didn't
thought
like
that was a
Rogue
great movie.
One. But I saw it in theaters and it was like a whole new concept. And I don't think they nailed it. But maybe with like the context of Andor, going back and watching Rogue One might mean a little bit more.
It does, because some of the same characters are there. I didn't realize.
Mhm.
I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. And it's a good show, but it's a good movie, but the actual TV show Andor is so well done. Like, they've raised the bar. It feels like everybody part of
yeah.
it was like, let's just kill it. And they're like, yes, let's
What
kill
if we
it.
just did good?
Good idea. Let's do that.
I'm also a fan, like Han Solo is my favorite character. So I'm not like a big Jedi Sith person. I'm more of like the shooter cowboys in the space situation too. So I'm really like the grungy on the like boots on the ground. The other guys that are getting it done, you know, the espionage and like all that stuff. Like, I mean, I'm also an Indiana Jones fan for context. So I'm like, give me all that. Give me the bad
Against
boys.
all
with-
odds
Yeah.
from like a normal
I
person
also
type
have
of
a crush on
perspective.
Harrison Ford.
Oh, I love him so much. How old is he? I don't care. Call me.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's I can't believe how good it is, and I know Mandalorian 3 or season 3 is coming pretty soon, and it kind of makes me go,
Yeah.
oh,
I'm
it's not
scared.
gonna be as good.
I'm a little scared. I hope it's good, but I don't know.
Yeah, I hope it's good too. Obviously, they just set such a high bar for storytelling and experience. You know, and there is something to be said about some of the episodes could be slow. Like the beginning part does take a bit because you're establishing these characters, and
I don't
There's-
know.
yeah,
No, the first two, it makes sense. When you watch the first two episodes, you're like, where is this going? This is literally like a gauntlet of an episode. Like, where are we going? And then when everything happens, you're like, this is incredible. Like the buildup wasn't too much of a buildup. It was like perfect. It was perfect for it. It didn't do like the Game of Thrones thing where they built up the whole season and then
yeah.
it ended.
Well, they had to.
Wow.
They had to establish this world that they've, you know, these like the different areas and like the reason to care about these characters or the reason to hate some of these characters. They had to establish that, and the only way to do that really, it takes time, you know, to build up
yeah.
circumstance. So, because
Shot so well.
yeah,
Yeah.
because the first two
Shot so
episodes
well.
definitely were like, okay, let's get into this, and then after that, I was like 100% in. But I
We also
realized
released the first 3
Yeah.
episodes all together, so you could just
True.
watch all 3 of them
Mhm.
right off the bat. You didn't. It wasn't like you got stuck with just one episode at the beginning.
Well, we
Which
actually
was smart.
waited for almost all of them to be out. In fact, I thought it was 10 episodes. And so when
Mhm.
we
I
watched
did
the 10th,
too.
yeah, when we watched the 10th episode,
Tef just did not leave his couch. He's like, no. What happened?
like I'm binging.
I get
it. As soon as when the 10th episode was done, I was like, wow, that's kind of a weird place to end it, but okay.
But it kind of made sense too. as a
yeah, it kind of
place
made
to end
sense.
it,
Also, I was
you know?
like, all right, I guess I can see that. And then I looked it up
Yeah.
online, and there was like it's 12 episode seasons, and I was like, oh. And there's a second season. I'm like, oh my god! And then as they dropped, we were
already
like, we
committed
have to
to
watch
second
this.
season?
What's that?
They've already committed to a second season.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
they started this as a 2-season journey, and they're 12 episode seasons. So, I mean, thank you. Yes.
That's good news. Good news.
Yeah. I
We love
want
Andor.
more storytelling like that in the Star Wars universe because it is
Yes.
just top notch.
I wish they did that for Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So sad.
I know.
I love
Obi-Wan was
It could have been so good because it was dirt and grimy, no magic really. Like it was just like the side stuff, and they could have done it so much more. They went. I get it. They episode 1'd it and went too cheesy with it. I think
Episode 1'd it.
but yeah, like that was like my generation, right? Like because the
Mhm.
prequels were when I was a kid, and so I'm
Yeah, it's like it was. It's
Even-
not that Obi-Wan was bad or even Mandalorian was bad. It's like they were. It's like fan
executed differently,
servicey.
for sure.
I don't know. It's like fan service. It feels like. Whereas
Yeah.
like Andor is like, let's tell you this really gritty political murder drama, type of rebellion rise story that is also in the Star Wars universe.
Well, even
Yeah.
The Mandalorian, I think, is like a huge step above what the last two theatrical release movies were. Right? It's like those were just such a mishmash of ideas. Like they weren't cohesive at all. So like
Oh,
getting like just a
Kylo,
story
though.
like The Mandalorian that seemed well produced was like really fun for Star Wars fans,
Mhm.
and to get The Mandalorian, who had been not
Iconic.
Yeah, right. It's like it's just so cool.
Yeah.
But this was just a whole new level of
Yeah.
making a show. So good.
This made you care about the rebellion. Like there's so many
Yeah.
shows, even like the Clone War. If you watch the animated series, very good, very good storytelling. If you can watch an animated series, some people don't prefer that, but if you're looking for like something like Andor, where it's like that type of story, you might like the Clone Wars because it's very similar
They got a lot of seasons
in
in there.
storytelling that way.
Yeah.
But there's way
Clone
more.
Wars is great.
There's a lot of episodes because it's like it was during television era, so it's like 20 episodes a season.
Yeah. So good. If you haven't seen Andor yet, give it at least 6 episodes and then decide. If you're 'cause I think by 6 episodes you're like, okay, I'm in.
Oh man, it's very good.
Yeah, it's really good. Enjoyed it a lot. Speaking of TV shows, there's also Wednesday that came out. I don't know if you're into
haven't
that.
seen
Very
that.
different from Andor. But
Haven't
Yeah.
seen that.
I'm
Different
excited to
tone.
watch it.
but
Same.
executive producer Tim Burton, and also Tim Burton directed the first 4 episodes. So
Oh,
Yeah,
credits.
it's very cool.
Episode
yes.
credits are very important. I've been learning, just because Star Wars made you pay attention to who directed things, and so
Mhm.
Deborah Chow, who did a lot of The Mandalorian, who did a lot of the best episodes of Mandalorian with no subtitle context or anything, just silent action, amazing.
Mhm. Let things
made
play
me
out.
learn that.
Yeah. So we watched all of Wednesday, and I think the
You
first
watched all of it?
we did, yeah, because it's 8 episodes. They're like 45 minutes. We binged it over the weekend. It's holiday, What were you
It's a
doing, Brian?
holiday.
I hear you.
You were in bed. You couldn't binge a
I
show.
was, I was in and out of consciousness all weekend. So
We watched it this weekend, and I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. Like I said, the first 4 episodes are directed by Tim Burton, and you can tell Tim Burton has got a storytelling ability.
Creepiness to him.
He is so good that you don't realize it's there until it's gone. You know what I mean? Because
Totally.
the other directors, they did do similar stuff, but it didn't. The last 4 episodes didn't have the same pacing that those first 4 did. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it's a really fun take on the Addams Family, and it's like they said season 1, so I'm assuming season 2 will have stuff. So it was fun. I liked it.
I was checking out Warrior Nun. I think somebody was actually telling Watts to check that out last
I'm
week.
pretty sure they were bots because all at once there were like 7 people that were like, "You should watch Warrior Nun on Netflix." And I'm like,
That adds up because I don't really see how some actual person could like that show.
Really?
Just
It
like
was like-
movie bots pinging Watts.
It was like a young adult version of like a Dan Brown book or something. It was just silliness. It was just there was no through line that made any sense at all, and it was just kind of boring.
Aw.
Bummer.
Do you ever wonder though, like
Bit of a
when you're
bummer.
sitting there watching something when you're sick or something, like, do I hate this because I feel like shit? You know what I mean?
You need a special kind
Maybe.
of something when you're sick or like sad or whatever. It can't just be like a good show. It's got to be
Right.
a special something.
Yeah.
Right.
Baby shark.
And like, 'cause
Distract
you're like
from your
nodding off,
pain.
and yeah, you're nodding off, and you're like, is this boring or am I just tired?
Accurate.
I started watching a Hulu show that only has 3 episodes at the moment called
Okay.
Fleischman is in Trouble.
Oh yeah, I
It's
saw a trailer for that. Look good.
Yeah, it's about
Oh.
like he's a liver doctor, topical. And
Topical.
he gets divorced, and it's just like telling that story. And if I go into details, I'll probably ruin a couple of the episodes. But it's been a really interesting watch and an enjoyable watch. I initially wanted to check it out because it's got the actress from Homeland in it, the one who had mental health issues, and I
Very
really
nice.
liked her in Homeland.
Mm,
So
cool.
I was like, I want to check it out. And any comments that I saw on like an ad for it, people were like, "This is actually really good." So
Mm.
yeah, it's been enjoyable so far. Only 3 episodes.
Nice.
This is the TV episode of
It is.
DCC.
There's so much good TV that's been coming out, and there's a lot of crap TV too. But like, there's been so much. We're in like this golden era of
Oh yeah,
productions.
never in
being
my
made.
life has there been so much good TV.
It's
There's
just
never in my
nuts,
life.
man.
Speaking of golden era, I've been watching Grey's Anatomy.
No, it doesn't count.
Isn't that still going?
No,
Criminal Minds got a
absolutely not.
reboot too. Criminal Minds is back, baby.
Oh yes. I like Criminal Minds.
I
Let's
love
kiss
Criminal
die.
Minds. Yeah.
Ow. Oh, get fooled again. Sorry. I used to watch a lot of TV.
Who are ya?
Yeah.
Whoa! I really wanna.
Really gets me in the jimmies for crime, you know.
Yeah,
Got that crime.
that crime theme.
Murder mystery.
That's a crime theme right there.
So I haven't been able to play any God of War because I haven't been able to sit upright. But I have been playing on my Steam Deck a little bit, and I downloaded a game from last year called Chicory. Have you guys heard of this game?
I have
No.
heard of it.
Trickery.
This game, it just attracted to me. Like I did a search, like what's a Metroidvania I could try and play, and this is not a Metroidvania, but it came up in the Steam search anyway. What it is a game that is kind of like played like a twin stick shooter, but you're like this cute little puppy dog, and you control your puppy dog with the left stick, and you control a paintbrush with the right stick, and you then color in the world. It's almost like an interactive coloring book with puzzles and monsters and a story. And man, it's really charming, and the music is really fantastic. It works perfectly on the Steam Deck. It is just the brightest, most beautiful, like nice game that I've played in a
Oh.
really long time.
Wow.
Okay, be honest. Is it the NyQuil?
Could
Yeah.
be. I'm not gonna
How
say
much
it's not the
drug
NyQuil.
Is it cozy? Is that why you think it's like a nice to play?
It is nice to play. It is cozy.
Oh.
Cozy is a great word for it. It's like a coloring book. You know, it's like I'm just gonna color.
I'm down for cozy games.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is on. There's a Steam sale right now. I think it's on till tomorrow, and this was on sale like 20%
Cyber
off or
Monday.
something like that. Yeah.
Use code
And,
Cyber30 on apparently every website.
Is that right? 7:30.
Apparently.
Which,
But this was
like, is that an actual deal, everyone? Like, Black Friday is not as amazing of deals as it used to be.
the price of it, or the cost of inflation this year. I think everything's just so
Insane.
expensive compared to
Yeah.
previous years.
Real quick, Brian, what was the name of that game? Trickery or Chicory?
Chicory. So it's like everybody's got food names. Like it when you
Chicory,
first boot
like
up
what
the
you put
game,
in
it
coffee?
asks you what's your favorite food. Yeah. And
Oh
Chicory.
yeah, Color
Yeah.
Retail.
ICOR.
Yeah, Chicory, a
Colorful
colorful tail.
tail.
Yes.
Oh, this does look
Oh
nice.
my gosh, it's so cute.
Yeah, this is adorable.
It's on the Switch.
Oh, I might have to buy those.
yeah, it's real
Yeah.
good. I highly recommend it. I don't know how long it is, but I'm gonna stick with it to see where it goes. And what's really fun about it is like because the interface is so different from every other game that you play. You know, you're not just shooting stuff or punching anything. You're kind of just moving this paintbrush around, and you can select what color, and the paintbrush gets upgrades over time. So like the paint will
upgrade your
glow in the
brush.
dark and
Upgraded
stuff like that.
paintbrush.
Yeah,
I got a 5-star paintbrush. Let's go.
this one's made out of horsehair. It's beautiful.
If you go on their website, they painted butt cheeks on their page. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's
Love
good. You can design your own T-shirt for your character to wear, and you can write
Amazing.
anything on the
Oh, that's
T-shirt
cool.
you want. That's
Briar's
awesome.
just high out of his mind in bed, like, I'm painting.
It looks like a coloring
I
book
love it.
that you haven't colored yet.
Yeah.
And then you kind
Yeah.
of go through and color the world, which is really cool.
And it's
Yeah.
30% off right now. Thank you,
Right
Cyber
now.
Monday. Oh my God.
It's
How is it?
$13.99.
How is it on the Steam Deck? Do you use the
great.
touchpad?
You can use it the touchpad. It's a little weird because the touchpad almost works like. Do you remember back in the 90s they used to make those balls that you used
Trackballs?
instead of mice? Yeah, trackball. It almost works like that. So if you brush your thumb across it, the brush will have like momentum and
Yeah.
keep moving,
Yeah, they have physics
Oh.
behind the trackpad. Yeah.
which is really kind of weird, and it doesn't make drawing very intuitive.
Right.
Right, because you're trying to draw with the paintbrush. So I tend to use the thumbstick, and I don't really think about it too much.
Hmm.
But yeah, do all games do that with the touchpad? I haven't used that touchpad.
I was just
much.
curious
Don't know.
because some games I've played on the Steam Deck want that they use the touchpad to type or like to scroll mouse stuff, and I'm like,
Sure.
Yeah. I'm always.
give me the
I'm-
thumbstick.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't miss those touchpads if they weren't there, to be honest with you.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah. Same.
I haven't used them
Yeah.
for any game.
No.
I've
definitely not.
I've used them for. I played, what was it? Like Civ 6 or something. I played a little bit of that, and I used the
Yeah.
mouse on there, and it wasn't bad.
You must have very good vision because I will try to play Civ 6 on a 3-inch screen.
You got to do the Steam left button thing to zoom in a little bit for when you're scrolling.
Oh, I see the forest.
We got like one of those
Ah,
Game
Attila
Boy,
the
like,
Hun is
magnifying
coming.
Glasses clipped on.
Are they coming here? Yes, they're in their base.
Did you guys?
Yeah, Chicory, very cool game.
Yeah, it's on my list.
It's
I
from
like it.
2011, or not 2011, 2021.
2011. 10 years ago, I say.
Optimize.
Years ago.
Did you guys get anything for Black Friday or Cyber Monday or anything?
Cat
Yes.
food.
Yeah.
Do they have a deal
Oh,
for cat
nice.
food?
Good.
Yeah. Chewy
Like
has
the
a
bulk
deal.
discount.
Yeah.
Chewy's
30%
Black
off.
Friday
With
sale.
Cyber 30.
Cyber 30 and Chewy.
I think I got all
Is
our
Chewy a
Christmas done.
website?
Chewy's
Yes.
a pet food.
Yeah, it's like
distributor.
it's like if Target had a pet store that had
Yeah.
everything.
It's like Amazon for pet food. Right?
Yeah, in the Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like Vitacost.
You can usually
You know.
find everything there.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you say you got all your Christmas presents done for Black Friday?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's smart.
We're getting the big.
Is that normal for you
some
to get
travel
everything done
gear.
that early?
No, but we're traveling, so we're doing Christmas a little earlier this year, and so it's kind of nice though to kind of be done before the month, and then I can just sort of like.
Takes so much of the stress away.
It's amazing. What was I
Yeah.
thinking?
Yeah.
But what
I
about the
try to do it
frantic?
before Thanksgiving every year.
Well,
Just
also
because-
out here, everything's sold out. Like
Oh, yeah.
Christmas decor
Oh.
is gone in November here.
Interesting.
Washington does not mess around. They're like, it's on sale in October.
They're like,
I'm
we have
buying
this
3
many
Christmas
lights,
trees.
and that's it. We're not getting any more. You better buy them up.
They're like, you need a star for your tree? Too bad, Karen just bought 5. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's true.
You're gonna have to import
we still
that.
don't have a star
Our-
for the tree because we
our-
forget until it's Christmas time, and then I'm like, okay, well,
Literally, Sam.
again.
Yeah, our targets are exhausted out here.
Really?
Exhausted targets. Resources depleted. That's what Target says when they walk in.
I don't think I've bought like Christmas decor ever in my life. I think it just kind of
Do you got those old 70s bulbs that are
mother
going to burn
had
down the
it when I
house?
lived with her.
It appears in our house.
I
and
got
Target
married,
tags.
and it kind of just came with the marriage. Like there was a bunch of new Christmas stuff showed up with the marriage.
This is fact. This is fact. Relatable. Relatable.
Briar,
I
how
have to
about
do a
you?
lot of the Christmas shopping. Mr. Mav is a little colorblind, so he's like, "What color is this?" And I'm like, "Green." He's like, "Wouldn't have guessed that." Like, it's okay. He's like, "Is this peach?" I'm like, "It's red." Okay,
Really?
amazing.
There's only going to be 2 colors for Christmas stuff.
So he has like red and green color blindness. So this one's
Well,
really
that's-
difficult.
Yeah, for Christmas.
It'd be okay though. I mean, it's going to be one of
He's
the 2
like-
colors.
Like they're all kind of the same color. I'm like, no, absolutely not. Good thing I have a pink tree. He knows this is pink.
Briar, did you get anything for Black Friday? Well, you were sick, right? So I guess
Got the
not.
flu.
I don't ever buy anything
Briar
on
is
Friday.
confined, finally.
I don't
Briar
like.
doesn't buy anything
only
for Black Friday. Are
purchases
you
at
kidding
full
me?
price.
Yeah, Briar's like
Excuse you.
And then
full
he hops it.
MSRP, and then complains about it, and then flips it on
Ew,
eBay
a
for
deal
exorbitant
with
prices.
it. No, a deal disgusting.
Oh, I did. I got a graphics card because of Briar, actually.
Really? Which one?
Yeah. I got it's in my computer right now. It bit
Okay.
me, so I have bandages, but this is fine.
A bit?
It's been so long since I've upgraded it, and all the graphics card have been sold out. So you guys had me looking for a graphics card, and there was one 3060 Ti at the Best Buy here,
Nice.
and there's nothing anywhere. And so I was like, okay. So I got it.
Nice.
Amazing.
That's a good, decent card. You know, that's
Yeah.
that's a respectable graphics
Thank
card
you.
for today, right?
I don't have
It's
to
an
change it for
adult
the next
purchase.
10 years.
That's an adult purchase, exactly. You weighed your options, didn't go for an exorbitant, crazy
When I went
4090.
there, the guy was like, how did you find this? And I was like, the Google showed me the way.
Yeah, the internet will tell you if things are in stock. I know.
He seemed
it's true.
upset. He seemed like he wanted it. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
He's probably told if it doesn't sell by this date, it's yours.
Yeah,
There
he's
goes
like,
Mav.
you need to return it. Let me know. My name's Kyle.
Oh no, I'm gonna flip it on eBay. What are you talking about?
Here's
you
the
can buy
address
it.
if you
Yeah,
wanna buy it.
here's the
can
link to
follow
my
me.
sale. You're welcome.
So, Mav, you had to
Don't
buy
buy
the
yourself.
3060 Ti so you could play World of Warcraft.
Correct.
Got it.
Windowed World of Warcraft. okay?
Windowed. Very important, right?
Well, I had a 2080. 2060. So it's pretty jump actually. Now everything matches. Everything's nice. Hopefully it stays nice. Nothing, weird power outages. Nothing crazy.
Oh, you were having
about
power
it.
outages before?
Oh
Even
my
though it's
god,
the
the
winter
weather
here.
here is insanity at the
Oh,
moment.
in
So
Washington. Got it.
I looked outside the other day, and it was
Literally
Incre-
yesterday.
super heavy rain, super heavy wind, and there was a ripple going on in the street. There was like waves. It looked like the
ripple.
ocean out there. And then it was hailing yesterday.
It was
Oh,
hailing.
lovely. Did you guys hear
And we-
Buffalo got 7 feet of snow?
Oh Jesus, that's close.
We're supposed to get snow too. We don't
Yeah,
normally
it
get
snowed
snow.
7
tomorrow.
feet?
No.
Seven
Hey,
feet's a lot.
Briar, an inch, and I literally can't leave my neighborhood. So
Yeah, but you don't want to leave anyway, so you're set.
I mean, I might need to leave, and you might need groceries. Whenever it's like it's
Can
gonna
you just
snow,
send an
everyone's
Uber
like,
to
"You
get the
gotta buy
cat back?
Whole Foods.
them." They
Yeah.
can't get up here.
We'll airdrop her in.
They literally cannot deliver anything.
Nothing.
it's
Literally
snow.
nothing.
Yeah, you got to
Like,
skydive
even
in.
when it rains, we were like, what happened? It rains all the time here. They're like, I don't know what to do.
But it's like the rainy season all the time there, right?
Right? It's like a
Correct.
place
They're not
known
prepared?
for the rain.
We are rain.
It'd be like
It's a
Tahoe.
rain forest.
Be like Tahoe not prepared for snow.
I
We don't
have
know what to
issues
do when
with-
it's sunny. We don't know what to
Like
do when
Phoenix,
it's
not ready
raining.
for the heat.
Yeah.
I've
Just
only
doesn't
had
add
issues
up.
with snow, but it's because we live on a hill. So like, the roads, we don't have any way to deal with snow at all. So if there's a
Sliding
hill,
downhill.
Yeah,
See, I'm
sled.
telling you, people try and leave the
That's true.
neighborhood. You see a pile of cars at the
You
bottom of the
are-
hill.
You know,
That
they
is
sell
a steep
snow
hill.
tires specifically made for driving in the snow.
Gotta
This
get
hill's
chains.
special.
Chain up.
This is a special hill.
They
Special
don't. They
hill.
don't do anything to the road. You're just raw dogging it, man.
when I
No
drove,
road protection.
my old car
gutting.
was almost a 4-cylinder, and I was like, "Am I gonna make it to Watt's house today?" I don't know.
That bad. This hill, man, it's infamous.
It's
Pretty good sized hill.
Huh.
no, it's hilly. It's
She's
actually
not
pretty
gonna
hilly
get
in
any
Seattle.
flooding ever.
We don't get
like, ever.
flooded. No, we just get
Never
stuck.
flooded.
Too high up.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Get stuck when it snows.
Oh
You
man.
guys need like Jeeps. Some Jeeps.
Yeah.
Be cool.
They just don't do anything to the road. Like they literally sold all
I
the
don't think
things
they
to deal with the
understand.
road.
We have golf carts with shovels in the front of them.
Like snowplow?
Well, I mean, if you call it a snowplow, but
A
yes.
golf plow?
a golf plow. They don't know what to do here with it. Yeah, there's like pickup trucks with like attached shovels.
Yeah.
You're like, that doesn't look like it's gonna do much. But
Yeah, they have absolutely nothing to do with it. No salt in the road,
no
nothing.
salt.
Nope.
Yeah,
No salt.
Nope.
No-
And the
no
worst
snow
is that it
management.
snows and then it freeze rains on top of it. So
Black ice.
then you're just screwed. Yeah, you're just screwed.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
there's
So I've never
sidewalk.
heard of such a thing, a golf cart snowplow. So I had to Google it. And it's not as offensive that it exists to me
You
as-
should.
as
You
the fact that it costs $1,200.
no. You have to Google snow.
Wait, it's
golf
cheaper than a
cart
4090?
snowplow Seattle. It's not purchasable.
Golf plow. Yeah, bro.
Our rain turns to ice here. Yeah, it's been actually way colder than it used to be.
Yes.
Weirdly
Yes.
cold. Like my
Yeah.
park is out, and I never usually wear that thing.
Arca.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I got a park out.
I will say it's been freezing here in Sacramento as well. And if it was
Yeah.
to rain, it would turn into sleet or snow potentially.
Mhm.
And that's a once every decade or two experience in Sacramento. So strange times. Strange weather.
Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, we literally had people come and clear all of the debris from the crazy storm we had that broke our roof. And then the very next day there was a big storm and it's all bad again. So that's fun.
That's rough.
But all the leaves have been cleared from the Target parking lot, so now we can go fight for Christmas decorations.
Duke it out. Well, is there any gaming stuff this week that's coming
I
out?
would have had a lot to tell you if I was streaming, but I haven't
Yeah.
streamed for a week. Because I wanted to play Somerville. I wanted to play Evil
Right.
West because that came out.
Yeah, Briar,
I
did you
have
get a
not
chance to play
played
that,
that.
or did you contract the disease by the time it hit?
I dreamt a lot about the Evil West and zombies.
no
I'll be playing
experience.
Evil West this week, I think, or next week. We're
Yeah.
scheduled to play it.
Cool.
I have to schedule time to play games, everyone. I don't just get to play, okay?
That's what I have to do. I got to schedule my game time. It's- yeah.
Today is Happy WoW Day, World of Warcraft Day. If you
oh, it's
are a
actually WoW
fan.
Day.
Actually WoW Day.
Did not realize that.
Expansion dropped today, so I'm back. It's embarrassing. Don't look at me.
How strong of a pull is the addiction to want to like play it all the time?
It's real bad, especially
Yeah.
when they're pulling characters from vanilla WoW era, especially with all the dragons referencing. The first couple cutscenes, I'm just like, how could you do this to me? You made me wait this long for this. How could you?
How could you
And I'm
do
back.
this? How
So-
could you do this, Blizzard?
How could you do this to me? It's incredible. Alex Ross is an awesome dragon of life. Her story is amazing. There's a lot of different, if you're into the old worldly Titan lore of WoW, which makes me really wish that the Titan game had come out, because all of this sort of lore was rumored to have been a part of that before Overwatch was made. And so maybe if they're bringing Titan lore in the new Overwatch PvE one day, maybe they'll crisscross because they like to do that. I have my tinfoil hat on for this one. I'm a huge WoW nerd. Okay, everyone.
Was the
Okay.
Titan? What
literally
type of game was the
could not-
Titan supposed to be?
Big giant Titans who are protectors of like the universe, essentially.
Was
and
it
they
like a
give
PvP game or a
powers.
PvE game that they were making?
Well, it was supposed to be. I mean, Overwatch was supposed to be a PvE game.
Right.
Supposed to be like the Destiny
Originally,
killer,
yeah.
right?
It still might. They got a PvE thing coming at some point in the future.
We shall see.
Yeah. Name it
But
2.5 or something.
but actually, fun fact, I couldn't start streaming because I was too busy playing
Playing WoW.
WoW.
Harnessing the
used
power
to-
of the dragon.
The power of the dragon. Behold.
Okay, so
Grass
I
body.
haven't touched WoW since I streamed it once for like 2 hours. In fact, Fortune's in chat.
Oh
he
my
remembers. He remembers when I
2
streamed it
hours.
for 2 hours.
You really dug into that title.
I just there was a lot of killing this
That
one thing, and I was
quest you
like,
got to do. And
I don't know
and
if I'm gonna make
Goldshire.
it. Yeah.
Made a character and killed 5 pigs. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I feel like I got the gist of this.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, I don't know. I think it was a vibe, and you had to be part of the time when it happened. So it's for someone like me that has no idea, like I feel like there's several varieties of WoW that I don't know how I would go about interfacing with them.
well,
what would you recommend?
the thing that World of Warcraft does really well is raiding, obviously.
Oof, that sounds like you got to spend 1,000 hours before you can get to a raid.
Well, the cool thing is they have LFG for raiding, so LFR, look for raid. So you can just kind of queue up for raids.
Okay.
There are different gear sets and different colors for different versions of the raid that you play. But they do a really good job of expansion launches that I think
Yeah. Oh,
you
yeah.
appreciate.
The hype
but
is very real around WoW
beginning
expansions.
It's tough. The beginning can be a little tough, especially if you're not starting off with like a new faction or race that they're coming out with that is a little bit of a higher level.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I used to twink. Like I used to just stay at level 12 and just PvP troll people.
That's twinking.
So, twinking.
What's
Interesting.
Twinking is when you
Got a bad case of twinking?
twinking. When you get the twink.
This is a very different word than what I'm meaning.
Briar, don't look it up. I know you're gonna. I know you're about to, Briar. Don't do it.
Don't do-
Stay
I
away
mean,
from
you
Urban
can.
Dictionary.
He's on NyQuil. He can Google twink. Essentially, when you twink, you stay in the 10 level bracket, and once you get to 19 or 29 or 39, you want to stay there because then you're the most powerful in the group, because that's how they group up PvP. So you can kind of go around and be
Game
kind
in
of
the
an
system.
asshole.
Got it.
Take it around.
Flexing on them noobs.
Oh my god! I'm
Can you
really showing
control your
myself here.
leveling? You can control your leveling and when you advance?
You
and
can
all that?
control it. You can stop your XP for sure.
Oh, strange.
So if you wanted to, so for a long time, people wanted to do that because they wanted to practice raiding at a difficult, make it difficult because there's no way
yeah.
to do it, or they would raid naked. We've done that.
the only way to raid?
Naked raids. Naked raid
That's why Briar
Sundays.
doesn't stream when he raids with us now.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Exclusively naked.
It's a tradition.
But yeah,
Basted.
it kind of is like very nostalgic. They really do pull on your heartstring for this. I've heard both things. Some people are like, absolutely not. Some people are like me and we're like, oh my God, give me the story for this, because I was really into the story for a long time. It was my first experience with like a continued storyline. And I ran a roleplay guild, so story was really important. So just being able to see the stuff they've created with the story they never got to share is really kind of special. So
I totally get that. Like if Destiny did something of that line of bringing back something from the past with the storyline, like I'd gobble it up because I'm so part of that franchise, So I understand the pull that happens with WoW, like the nostalgia vibes that can kick in and be like, yes, I want more of this. I want to see the stuff from the past. Yes.
Show me what I've been waiting for. Is Osiris actually puppies in a jacket?
Yeah, exactly.
Is he real?
Osiris
Osiris-
been getting hot and heavy.
Cyrus works at Target. That's what's going on.
He hits on Karen. She buys more.
Cyrus is responsible for the decorations and they're out. He didn't order
How could he?
anymore.
Inventory manager. But yeah.
Oh man.
And lots of Ni no Kuni. So I've been on my MMO-ness lately.
Where do you play Ni no Kuni? What system? Is it PC?
On
or
my phone.
phone?
But
Yeah.
it also has a beta on PC. And so Ni no Kuni is interesting because it's mobile supported. So there are things that it does like auto questing that is really helpful, or it'll just like go do the quests that you click on, and then you can kind of work on your gear and your setup while you're in the world. And then every couple hours the world bosses spawn, and then you can group up, and it's like a big social party basically with the server. And you go and kill them and get loot and try to beat people in damage races, and pretty wild actually.
Nice.
Yeah, super fun. Highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Go Snacklets.
That's the gang.
Yeah, Snacks has a whole guild. She's like the guild leader. I'm not.
Nice.
I'm sitting back. Carry me, but I'm not leading anything else.
Queuing
right
up,
now.
getting them stats, collecting
That's right.
some loot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
being a leader is overrated in those games. Absolutely.
It is
I
a full-time
was
job.
a crew leader in Puzzle Pirates, and let me tell you, the drama that ensues.
There's so
Puzzle
much
Pirates.
drama,
There's so much
Pirates.
drama.
and it's dumb drama. You're
It's
like,
so stupid drama. I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Someone else can be the leader. I'll just like be here.
yeah, don't call me. I've done my guild leading. Okay.
Yeah, it's not good.
Uh,
You know what comes out on Friday?
ooh,
Something spooky.
Spooky, right? Yeah.
Callisto Protocol.
Oh yeah, something spooky is right.
Mhm.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. It's gonna be gruesome.
Who?
Gonna be
Mhm.
screaming the whole
Who's the
time.
developers again? They made. What did they make?
They
Was
made
it-
Dead Space.
They made that.
Oh,
It's like the
yes.
original Dead Space team decided to make their dream baby, and here we
How
are.
could
So-
you
More
not?
Dead Space.
How could you not want to play this
More
game?
Dead Space.
Yeah, if you played Dead Space before, how could you not want to play this game? Oh my gosh. I hope it's good. I hope they didn't like
Hope so.
lose their magic.
Yeah.
I will say,
Oh.
the commercials during the football games for it stunk pretty badly. Like
Mm.
they were I
The
don't
live
know
action
who-
one?
Yeah, like the weird. It was like they didn't explain it very well. Like it was just like weird Marvel like looking, and I was just like, this is not Callisto Protocol. It's not. They didn't make it scary enough. Like it was just like.
Interesting.
Do you think it
It's
was
not
the
Were they
marketing?
able to show any of their game on like the TV? Like,
That may
They-
be an issue.
They showed that it was like PlayStation and like spaceship and like the armor and then like a
What
zombie
else
in
do
the
you need
corner.
to know?
if it's being
PlayStation,
banned,
spaceship. Come and
Yeah.
buy the video game.
Go get,
Get
it.
I feel like they weren't able to really show off the game because it's banned in Japan. It's getting banned in Japan.
Why is it
It's probably
banned in
gonna get
Japan?
too violent.
Because of those
For
skinny
Japan?
lady things. Oh my gosh, it's gruesome.
violent.
It's
What?
like
What?
it's like Outlast levels of like morbid. It's like really morbid.
Was Doom?
You know it's not getting released in Australia.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, Australians. Poor Mylan. Never gonna get to play Callisto
He
Protocol.
never gets to play. No, he's gonna
Got
stay in
banned in
Warzone.
Japan.
That's crazy.
Japan's
How
known
did-
for blood.
I know, right?
I'm so,
Let me
shocking.
see. That's fact check.
Okay, we're fact checking.
Yeah.
We're fact checking. I'll definitely play.
It was recently
For like an
announced
hour.
that the Callisto Protocol has been banned in Japan. Japan's zero rating system has apparently deemed this game too excessively gory. However, while Striking Distance could have presumably chosen to alter or censor content to have it released in Japan, they decided not to.
Yeah. That makes it cooler.
Banned in Japan. Let's get it.
Too
Our
hardcore
game was
for
banned in
Japan.
Ah, so man. metal. I wonder if it's gonna scare me. I don't mind gore. Gore is whatever. I just don't want to be spooked.
Yeah. Same. Not a
I
big
don't
fan of
know.
the scares.
Okay,
What was that game that was really flashy with
Scorn?
puzzles?
just came out recently.
Scorn was
Yeah.
great.
Scorn.
Well, I look visually.
That was a little morbid for me. It was a little
Yeah?
too like bone and and sweaty and
Bone
bloody and muddy.
sinew.
There weren't enough penises in it. Oh wait, no. There were too many penises in it.
There were actual dick walls. It was
They're
not
actual. Yeah.
It was not the
There
way.
was a doggy wall too. I saw that.
Doggy wall.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's so
Yeah,
gross.
did Japan ban scorn as well, or
Let's
is
take
this
a look.
a whole new
Scorn
level?
Banned. Let's take a look. If I look it up, it just brings up Callisto Protocol being banned in Japan. So I'm going to say no.
Interesting. I wonder if that's a thing where like they won't rate it with the Zero system, but it can still be released. You can still play it if you want, but it just won't have that Zero rating on it, meaning it won't go to like
Maybe
you can't buy it at like certain stores.
Or they could have agreed to censor it a little bit. Callisto
think there's too
Protocol was
many-
just like, we're not.
Yeah, I think like from the demo that they showed, I think there's just too many appendages missing. I think it's really like all body parts can be taken off at the same time.
Oh,
sort of thing.
dynamic
Yeah.
body part disembowelment system.
What was
Oh,
that engine? It was
It
they
was ripping
developed.
stuff off.
They developed a sophisticated gore engine or
Yeah.
something. Like
Japan was
they have
like,
an
Pretty brutal.
engine. They have an engine for the gore. So maybe it is a lot. I don't know.
That just sounds smart.
They're like, but it's new tech.
Yeah. You want the same animation of the arm flying off every
Our
time? No,
surgeons
you want
liked
some
it. We're gonna use
bouncing.
it.
What new?
Yeah, come on. Okay, I will say
Amazing.
I don't like. I like I like gore to a degree, but then when it gets too realistic, like I'm
Yeah.
not into that. Like, for instance, the needle scene in Dead Space. It's not that
I
was
could not
overly
finish
gory.
Dead Space for context.
Yeah. Oh, well, it sounds like this is going to be even more so if it's
I
banned
didn't
in
finish
Japan.
Outlast.
Really?
Outlast gave me heart palpitations in like the first half hour, and I just stopped playing. It's like, nope, not
See,
doing
that was
this.
like-
It's not for me.
That was like spooky. You
I had to
know.
watch someone play it for me.
Really? Yeah.
I was a guide. It was a really bad guide. We got through it, but holy shit.
So there's a scene in Dead Space 2 where like you have to, if you miss, you penetrate your eyeball and you die or something like that, and that makes me
Correct.
squirmish. I'm like, "Ugh."
Yeah, I think it's a
I
lot
don't
of
want
that. I think it's a lot of like,
Yeah, I don't want to see the details of the guts
Puncturing.
being pulled out. I don't want to see that. Like, if it's fast gore, I'm okay with that. But if it's a bunch of very specific things getting disemboweled and ripped apart, then I could see it being a bit much.
And also, like, I don't know if you guys saw some of the posts on Twitter, but Callisto Protocol was putting out like how realistic the people look. So they showed a picture of the person and then them rendered in engine, and you
Hard
can
to
like
tell the difference.
you can you barely tell the difference.
Yeah, you gotta look pretty close at the faces.
Huh.
oh
So
man.
if they're being ripped apart and they look that realistic, yeah, maybe that's
It's too
I'm gonna
real.
puke.
Vomit-inducing gore.
we'll see. It'll be
It's a
interesting.
feature, not a
Is-
bug.
Yeah, is gore for the sake of gore, or I do think there's a line where it's like, okay, now you're just being gory for the sake of gory versus like,
Now you're just gross. Stop it.
Well,
Yeah,
isn't
you
that why
know?
Mortal Kombat exists? Is gory for the sake of being gory?
well, it's kind of like comic book ish.
It's funny gore.
Yeah,
kinda.
with comic with
like,
like
Doom. Doom is like guts and glory. Rah, go heavy metal.
yeah, it does bring it up close, but there is like a certain comic arcadeness about it.
Mhm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I don't
Yeah.
want to see games get so real that it actually looks like I'm ripping someone apart. Like that's gonna cause PTS for some people. PTSD.
No one should be
Yeah.
okay with that. Nobody should be okay with that.
Do you guys remember the Soldier of Fortune video games? I think there was 2 of them, but they were first-person shooters. Like back in the early days of first-person shooters, like I'm thinking Dreamcast era, where you would dismember people by shooting off their body parts,
Okay, yeah.
and they were realistic, for that era of video game.
Banned in Japan?
Yeah. Have you been banned in Japan though?
Right? The capital of
man.
bloodshed and sadness.
Yeah. Sniper Elite, seeing the bullet go through the cranium. There's times where it's a bit like, okay. That gets a little
That
more
But when it
realistic.
goes through their
Dream.
nutsack, never gets old.
Like, all right.
I watched that a million times.
Like, I guess that's how I feel. It's like, it's to a point where it's like, okay, but if it gets even more real, then I don't know if I'm into that.
Someone had to make
scary.
that
Yeah. They got to model all of the bone
and
stuff
animate it
getting
over and over and over and
busted.
over and over.
They got the gore engine. Highly
Gore engine.
detailed AI gore engine.
I
Yeah.
believe it. AI, I've seen the AI do some art. That is some wild stuff.
Yeah. Things are banned in AI. Can't generate. Like, isn't it there's certain things you can't do? Like, there's gory things that you can't put into some of those engines because it's like they don't want that getting generated.
Could you imagine? Oh, no.
Yeah, no thanks. Pandora's box of
power.
horrors. Well, any other games to discuss this week? Any other stuff?
I've been playing a lot of game, but I can't talk about it.
Oh,
So-
secrets.
Secrets.
Tune in next week for maybe next week or
No, probably not.
sometime later.
Probably, honestly, probably not till next year.
Yeah, that's when.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that as a content creator? Does that annoy you?
No, it's a little bit different with this one because it's actually like being paid to play test, essentially.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's
Just
a little
doing the
bit different.
feedback, QA thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically like more game devy than content creation. If it's like we want to give you access to this game to make content on eventually, it's like, well, you're kind of spending a bunch of time away from making content to make content for the future. And that
Right,
can be
yeah.
a bit awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool that you're getting to be a part of that.
Very
Looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited
Cool.
for the Game Awards.
Yeah, when is that?
What is that?
Next week,
Next week. Nice.
the 8th.
During
Cool.
DCP.
Is
so
it
if
really?
you
Oh,
see
yeah.
my
It's always
face
during
all of a
DCP, isn't it?
sudden
Yeah.
going, oh, ooh, wah, you know, just know. I'm paying attention. I'm just a little distracted.
That's when
So
I do
this Thursday is my kid's 21st birthday.
Oh, wow.
Oh my
What are you
God.
Right?
doing,
You
Brian?
gonna get him drunk?
I think we have. Fuck yeah! I think we're gonna go to an arcade. I'm gonna bring him to an arcade.
Dave and
an adult
Buster's?
arcade. No, like a privately owned one.
Nice. David
Yeah.
Buster's, but better.
I hope so. I've never been there, but
Yeah.
I saw Bashy say DCP Game Award episode live. The problem is next week is also the launch of the new Destiny season.
Yeah, I was just thinking about
So-
that. New season next
Yeah.
week, so it'd be weird
If it was
to
like
not
this
talk
week,
about that.
it would be perfect. Because like,
Mhm.
what's there really to talk about? Not much. But yeah, we might need to talk about Destiny on the first show of a new season.
people
Maybe,
might expect
maybe.
it. You know,
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know.
people are such.
It's the last season, right? Before the expansion.
Yeah.
It
Or the
is.
new
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
Oh, it's a long one.
All right. Well, I think that's SideQuest then. We've completed all the things that you would SideQuest over, right?
Think so? You'd
Leveled
side
up.
quest to your TV. You'd side quest to your Steam Deck.
SideQuest to your gore engine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Side
stuff.
quest secrets.
Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out for episode 161 of SideQuest. Mav, what do you got going on this week? You got anything
I actually had to
specific?
run to a meeting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you gotta go.
Just a secret meeting. Not really. It's just an Xbox meeting.
Secret.
What am I doing this week? We're launching new shows on the Xbox channel actually. So we're
Awesome.
kind of showcasing if you're looking for Game Pass games, I'm kind of running that. So I'm finding really cool games that aren't featured and kind of finding diamonds in the rough a little bit and showcasing them.
Very
And then
cool.
we're launching and testing out a new show called the Xbox Weekly, which is really fun, and playing Overwatch and lots of WoW. And maybe I'll update Destiny
Oh,
next week. I
yeah, it's coming up. Yeah, awesome.
No.
feel like I gotta at least try the beginning of the season. It's
Yeah.
it's like tradition at this point. But
Yeah,
There is
right?
a dungeon next season, so
That's
you know,
true.
always-
Yeah.
I do like the dungeons, so I
They're
like
good.
to see what that team is up to for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watts got another video coming out? Or is it
I
on
have no
pause?
idea it's on pause at the moment.
Probably on pause for the
Everything's on
moment, right?
pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
And
got a
especially like
daughter.
it's fine to like, I'll do stuff for the new season.
Yeah, that's true, right?
But yeah, hoping to do some short streams this week just to hang out. As long as everything goes well.
Awesome. Well, awesome. SideQuest. Yes, Briar, hopefully you feel better. Get better, man, right?
Yeah.
I just want my turkey.
Gotta wait till Christmas. Sorry, man.
So sad about it.
Yeah, Christmas. Got a little bit of a wait.
Maybe it'll be on sale.
Yeah, they'll have a
Cyber
Black Friday
30.
turkey. Cyber Monday
30.
turkey.
Cyber 30 turkey.
Cyber 30, yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in and hanging out. We appreciate it. Shout out to our Patreon members and our Twitch subs for supporting the shows on the feed. We'll see you next week. And we'll see you this week. Paul Tassi is going to be on the show for TCP Live.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week for more stuff. Stuff and things. Bye, everyone.
Bye.